Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about inferior conchi. We will start our topic with introduction, and here you can see the diagram. The green part or green bone in the diagram is inferior conchi. So let's start its discussion by starting with introduction. Inferior nasal conchi are paired bone. That means there are two inferior nasal conchi in every skull, and they are scroll-shaped bones that are located on the lateral wall of nasal cavity. They play a crucial role in air filtration, humidification, and directing airflow within the nasal passages. Now let's talk about the anatomy of inferior nasal conchi. The inferior nasal conchi consists of several distinct features. The first we will talk about structure, that is thin curved bone and they resemble a seashell. It's separate from the ethmoid bone, unlike the superior and middle nasal conchi that are part of the ethmoid bone. Then we will talk about the surfaces of inferior nasal conchi and borders and processes of inferior nasal conchi. First, we will talk about the surfaces of inferior nasal conchi. It has medial surface that is convex and covered by mucosa, aiding in air filtration, and it also has lateral surface that is concave and faces the maxillary sinus. Talking about its border, it has superior border that articulates with the maxilla, ethmoid bone, and palatine bone, and it has inferior border that is free and do not articulate with other bones. Now we will talk about the processes of inferior nasal conchi. It has lacrimal process that connects with the lacrimal bone. It has ethmoidal process that joins the unicate process of ethmoid bone, and it has maxillary process that forms part of maxillary sinus opening. Now let's talk about the function of inferior nasal conchi. First function is air filtration, as it helps trap dust and pathogens before air reaches the lung, and humidification, that is increased surface area for moisture retention, and it also functions as temperature regulation as it warms incoming air before enters the respiratory tract. Now let's talk about the clinical significance of ethmoid bone. The first significance is inferior turbinate hypertrophy, as enlargement of the conchi can lead to nasal obstruction. The second significance is sinus infection, as the conchi play a role in sinus drainage and thus making them relevant in the sinusitis. The third significance is surgical importance, as it is often involved in procedures like turbinate reduction for breathing improvement. Now let's talk about the conclusion of this video. Inferior nasal conchi are essential for respiratory function, air filtration, and nasal structure. Understanding their anatomy and clinical relevance is crucial for medical studies and healthcare application. So this was all about inferior nasal conchi. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.